Pursuit and transmission of knowledge. The role of higher education in relation to knowledge has been so predominant in history that higher education has come to be equated with production and dissemination of knowledge. In fact, the emergence of higher education as a distinct stage of education with its own aims, content, and pedagogy was due to the substantial increase in the fund of knowledge and even more to men's increasing desire and need to know more and more. The medieval ancestors of the modern universities started as universities, corporations, communities of scholars committed to the search for and dissemination of knowledge. As in the case of individual development, the knowledge transmission function also has not been free from controversies. The basic questions that have been asked are: what knowledge is of most worth? For example, in scientific research, is basic research more important than applied research? And whether knowledge should be pursued for its own sake or for its utility, or for both? Ancient Chinese education represented both the views. Confucius looked upon education as a process of socialization and knowledge as existing for the sake of harmony in society. Against this, Lao Tse argued for learning for the sake of internal growth and understanding. The Vedic Indians classified knowledge as Paravidya, means knowledge that transcended human experience, or we can say spiritual knowledge, and Aparavidya means knowledge based on human experience, and held the former as the worthy goal of education and of life itself. Such knowledge again was not to be pursued for its instrumental use in this world, but for attaining spiritual perfection or moksha. The Parishads, which were assemblies of the Brahmins, learned the Vedas, functioned as centers of higher learning to provide the seekers with such knowledge. Even the later universities of Takshila and Nalanda essentially concerned themselves with spiritual learning. The same was the case with the medieval Christian monasteries in Europe. There was a broader secular interpretation of knowledge too. Originally, education in India was restricted to theology, philosophy and logic, but later to win over a larger number of people from laity. Curriculum was broadened to include medicine, law, administration, etc., so as to enable them to enter into government services or follow the profession. In a way, this paved the way for the modern university education. In Europe, the trivium and the quadrivium, that is the seven liberal arts, dominated the curriculum of higher education right until the last century. Apart from the general education, the medieval universities of Europe also specialized in medicine, law, and administration. The madrasas in India, founded during the medieval period by Muslims, were basically centers of Arabic learning and religious scholarship. But the curriculum also provided knowledge of logic and philosophy, law, and even astronomy, much like their counterparts in Europe. The sheer weight of tradition sometimes decided the kind of knowledge to be transmitted through education. Latin, for example, continued to be taught in Europe for centuries, although it had lost its relevance, on the pretext that it trains the mental faculties of reasoning, memory, concentration, etc. The growth of science and technology during the later centuries not only vastly increased men's fund of knowledge, but also opened up more avenues for creativity. Knowledge came to be differentiated and specialized into different disciplines. The need now was manifold: to preserve what is known, to refine it and transmit it, to explore new knowledge and to expand its frontiers.